Hi everybody, it's RPG Grandma, and it's that time of year where bunny rabbits are everywhere and little chickens are everywhere and people are running around collecting eggs and things like that because it's Easter and it's also Passover time. They do different stuff on Passover time. I think plagues of frogs. It's actually a great year for it's a great time of the year for ideas. Uh, uh, if you have a sense of humor. So I thought breaking out some Gamma World critters would be good. There are two rabbit mutations in the book as monsters, and I was going to do this on Monday, but then things happened. Even though I made a video on Tuesday about monsters, ecology of monsters, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to give you guys like a seasonal Monster Monday, but we're doing it today on Friday, so I'll put this with Monster Mondays, but it's on a Friday because every week's been weird. So, what you were looking at in the picture from Gamma World were hoops. Hoop. A number appearing is 1 to 20. Armor class is 9. Movement is 18. And hit dice is 15. Gamma World has some similarities with old D&D. So armor class is similar. You just grab out your old monster manual. You'll be able to translate. It's not that difficult. Hoops are actually 2.6 meters tall, mutated rabbitoid creatures that stand erect on their hind legs and are able to leap over objects as high as 8 meters. So 8 meters is about a yard. So do your math. You can figure it out. They are intelligent, mental strength 3 to 18. Mental strength is a ability stat unique to Gamma World, but it replaces wisdom. So whenever we translated between D&D and Gamma World, we usually made that wisdom. However, you could keep it as a separate statistic. Or use whatever's appropriate for the psionic. That's what this has to do with. Psionic defense and attacks in your game system, your edition. All right? Yeah, we're getting back to psionics again, people, too. Don't worry. They are telepathic and have mass mind. A mutation peculiar to the hoops is their ability to transmit metal objects into rubber. The hoop must touch the metal object to be transmuted. All metal within 1 meter of that point turns into rubber. Must all be in contact. Hoops have manipulative forepaws. They appreciate the power of the ancient weapons and seek to obtain and use them. The referee must determine what effect the change of rubber will have on various metal objects, such as armor, pistol, robots, etc. The hopper. Number appearing 1 through 1 to 20 in the wild. Armor class again is 9. Movement 12. Hop at 24. Hit dice are 3. Resembling giant, weird-looking hares, hoppers are commonly used as riding beasts, as each is able to carry 100 kilograms burdens with little or no effort. Riding a hopper, however, is not an easy task. They require special saddle and harness. For while their route gait is not too jerky, series of lippity lops, their full run consists of great leaps intersped with rapid hops. Any rider who's not properly fastened to the saddle will surely be dismounted. Those riding a hopper for the first time are 75% likely to sustain 1 to 6 dice of damage and be thrown from the hopper's back. These creatures are rather stupid. Hoops regard hoppers as we do chimpanzees. But their speed and chameleon powers enable them to survive. An unburned hopper can easily make 12-meter leaps and clear objects 8 meters high. So there is 2 cool little rabbits you could add to your game. It could be fun. Hopper rodeo. I mean, it's a fantasy role-playing game. Whether you're playing Gamma World or Old School Essentials or Mutant Crawl Classics or a space game like, I don't know, Star Frontiers. Like Grandma was living under a rock for a long time. Okay, it's like my role-playing game collection kind of ended at a certain date, and then one day I bought something new and said, "Oh, there's new stuff out here." So just letting you guys know. But you can transport this into any kind of setting. If it's sci-fi fantasy, really, and there's no reason why your beasts of burdens have to be horses and oxen, unless you want them to be horses and oxen. But you could have weird stuff like giant rabbits and lizards and giant chickens. Ride a giant rooster to town, right? Land roosters, So that is, I'm throwing it out there. Think outside the box, unless you really want to do like a more historically accurate setting. Then that's totally understandable too. Those are fun, as I'll get up as well. But if you want to go gonzo, and borrow from everybody to make that happen. Now, one of the things I wanted to show you in this that has nothing to do with monsters. Can I find it? There it is. Where are these? So Gamma World has these research flow tables, and you roll dice, and you start in like a square A, and I believe it was, and you roll a dice, and you start at S. You start at S, and you roll the dice, and you try to work your way through finding your answers. And there's a little code over here, and not killing yourself or getting sent back to the beginning. And you are trying to operate a piece of technology that you've never operated before. Gamma World inherited this from Metamorphosis Alpha, which has similar charts but different, which inherited their charts from Star Empires, which is a tactical war game of making big galactic empires and civilizations, and you would have to research technology, and they use these sort of charts. So these charts have been in 3 separate games when they were being used by TSR. They are cool. You can import them and modify them for other games. I know everything's streamlined now, but there's nothing better than giving player characters a new piece of technology, and them going, "Yeah, I got all this." I go, "That's great. That'll give you hopefully an advantage on your rolls." And they go, "On my rolls?" Yeah, you got to navigate. You got to research this. You got to make it work, and making them go through some sort of process rather than just roll the dice once. I mean, it's up to you. Both systems have merit, so you got to know your players. I just, as a kid, Cameron came out, we just never questioned this. We were like, cool, okay, that's how we play, so we did it. We never complained about it. We never groaned about it. Metamorphosis Alpha had the same stuff, so we were familiar with it. Like I said, Star Empires had it. We were like, yeah, this is normal. And then, like, sometime later, people were like, oh, I hate this. And we were like, huh, never bothered us, but, to each their own. But, having a process where your character could die because they messed stuff up in the lab or pushed the wrong button on the gizmo, space alien gizmo they're trying to work, so we never questioned any of this stuff. We just did it. We had fun. Just later, people didn't like it. Not saying those people are wrong or any of that stuff. You just got to, you can give it a try. I'm going to be recycling these charts into another game because I think it'd be fun. Maybe it's just nostalgia. I don't know. You know. So that is one of the things I wanted to share with you, other things I want to share with you from Gamma World. But I'm going to give you a different monster. I have to look it up. I've got it. Rather than go for my notebooks. Because this monster you can't find in a monster manual somewhere. It's one of mine. Peeps. You know Peeps, guys? Those little marshmallow, obnoxiously colored candies that look like little baby chicks we see every year? Well, they inspired me. Let me see if I can get the thing up here. Let's see if I can. There we go. See the picture. I found some, PETA people. There's too much of a glare. It's not gonna. Wait. It did for a second, and then the stupid thing. There we go. See the little baby chicks, all different colors. All right. Animal rights people, don't send me any hate mail. I don't believe in dying little birdies. I also know how these birdies are died. Because they used to send them out to feed stores like that. So there are probably worse things to get upset about in the chicken industry, to be quite honest with you guys. But that's okay. Peeps. Peeps look like cute, fluffy, down little chicks and come in a variety of bright, cute colors. Peeps are named after the peep, peep, peep sounds they make. So these look like baby chicks. They sound like baby chicks. They're the size of baby chicks. They're cute like baby chicks. And they are called peeps. Peeps live in colonies. They live in burrows. They often take over from other species. Peeps can jump but don't fly and are not swimmers. Peeps are cute, small, and deadly. Peeps are best thought of as feathered piranha. Their beak is full of piranha-like teeth. Working in colony groups, they will surround and run down their prey and through hundreds of tiny but powerful bites, strip the flesh from the bone of their victim, which they overwhelm with numbers. They are also carrion eaters and drawn to the smell of blood or decaying flesh. They lay and incubate tiny, bright colored eggs. Like those little candy robin eggs. I'm not giving stats, and I didn't give stats when I published this. This is out in the net. Because they're close to what one piranha would do, and a lot of games have that monster. So just take that damage and apply it to the little cute peeps. Remember, these babies hunt in huge groups. Think at least 50, maybe 100 or more. They are little, fast, and nimble, but low stamina or hit points. BP, that's another term for hit points. They overwhelm their prey by large numbers. So that is your Easter nightmare, brought to you and inspired by Peep marshmallows. I have other ones I've done, but the jelly bean monster, a few others. The jelly bean monster is particularly nasty, but I'm just going to share Peeps this time around. So happy holidays. Terrorize your players with cute baby chicks and giant rabbits, and have a great holiday. Like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Share me, whatever. But mostly have a good time or rocking your game. Find your groove. Do what works for your game table and your games. Remember, it's your fantasy world. Whether you're on a high-tech spaceship or whether you're delving in a dungeon, it's still your fantasy world, your role-playing game. Have fun with it. That's the most important thing. Bye.